Pat, and tell us what's wrong, Pat.
I've got arthritis in my knee and arthritis in my chest, arthritis in my back, and I can't bend and I can't.
Right, so I'm just going to recap because some of you might not have heard that. So she's got arthritis in both knees, arthritis in her back, can't bend. Is that? Arthritis in your hands, can't open jars. Right, okay.
And in my toes at night time, pains just shoot through.
Right, okay. So, right, first thing we're going to work with is this. Arthritis is not a thing. Okay, let me explain. When I was born, my parents gave me the name Jeanette. Jeanette is a label. It's not who I am. Yeah? I went through a good part of my life trying to work out who Jeanette was. Yeah? There is no Jeanette. Yeah? But you have experiences in life, and you tend to make a self out of those experiences, but it's not who you are. It's just some stuff you've experienced. You are consciousness having an experience. All right. Now, when doctors say you have got arthritis, arthritis is a label. I can't give you a pound of arthritis. I can't say arthritis is pale pink or blue or yellow. Yeah? So arthritis is just a label for symptoms that are very real. The pain in the hands is very real. The shooting pains in the toes is very real. That's real. But arthritis isn't a thing. Now, once you grasp that arthritis isn't a thing, will we ever find a cure for arthritis? If it's not a thing, how are you going to find a cure for it? No. Now, if cancer's not a thing, will we ever find a cure for cancer? No. So what we're calling conventional medicine is going so far down the wrong path, it's not funny. And people are getting sicker. Yeah? So arthritis is not a thing. The symptoms are real. So I'm going to be working on symptoms. So I'm not claiming to cure arthritis. I don't believe in arthritis. I believe in the symptoms. Yeah? But I'm not going to make it into a thing and then try and cure it. See that? That's going to take us further away. What we need to do is find the symptoms and alleviate them. And usually it's like a movement, or it's swelling, or it's pain, or whatever it is. Okay. Right, so we're going to start with your knees. Yeah? Cool. Now, your body's made of energy. What we should do, we don't do it, but what we should do is we should think about what is it I'm going to do today, and then eat the food with the right vibration for the task we've got. So if, like my partner's a dairy farmer, not at the moment, but when he's on his farm, he's a dairy farmer, and he needs meat for that. He needs big meals for that, yeah? Yeah. If we were going to do meditation, we'd probably eat a salad. Yeah. So whatever you're planning for your day, think about what the food needs to be to give you the right fuel, the right kind of fuel for what it is you're going to do. Now, Pat, what's happening for you? Any sensation? What's it feeling like?
Feeling a bit hot.
Feeling a bit hot. Now, clapping's a dispersal of energy. So the first bit with the sound was working in the knee, breaking everything up, breaking it all up. Every cell in your body needs to take in nutrition, get rid of waste matter, talk to other cells. The purple powder that we get you to take as you come in, all that does is it puts energy into your system. And as it puts energy into your system, then I can work with that energy to bring about some rather remarkable healings. Right, Pat, try the right knee. See how that feels?
Still stiff.
Still stiff? Is it painful or is the pain gone?
Pains. Not there so much.
Not there so much. Well, that's a good start, isn't it? All right. So I know from working with the surgeons, the first thing they try and get rid of is pain. Then they're looking at restriction. The first agenda is pain. So what is pain? Think about it. What is pain? Pain's a chemical. Pain's energy that's stuck. And if we could only get energy into that area where there is pain, it could heal itself. And that's what happens with this kind of healing. And it can also work with the purple powder. Okay, the purple powder doesn't have to go through your digestive system. It can pass into the bloodstream on what's called the Krebs cycle. You guys have never experienced anything like it. It's a unique product. And it's just launching this year in this country. Right, just give that another go, Pat. It's like it's had a good oiling, isn't it? Walk around on it. It's all right. Well, this is good for later, because in about 10 minutes she's going to be whizzing out this chair. Right. Notice how that right knee feels. That's all right, isn't it? Yeah. A lot better. Right, you sit there. Now we're going to do the left one. Right. I had a reporter on my phone coming in, and he was asking me about arthritis. Let it touch the floor. That's it. Lovely. And he really had trouble grasping that for me, arthritis is not a problem working with somebody with arthritis, because it's not a thing. It's not, I can't give you a pound of arthritis. It's not a thing. The pain, the restriction is real. So that's what we deal with. Now what happens in your bodies, and I think it's nothing short of miraculous. If you think about eating a nice roast dinner, yeah? You eat that roast dinner and then it becomes eyebrow, nose, eyeball, intestine, lung. Isn't that amazing? That you're putting in food and this body's wisdom converts it into a new elbow, or... Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. We've really got to think about what we put in here to grow our bodies. And over the next 35 days, everything you eat is forming your skin. So your skin on your face and on the rest of your body in 35 days is what you've eaten over the preceding 35 days. So it's really important what we eat, isn't it? Yeah? Now back in our grandparents' day, it was all very natural stuff, real food. Now we've got a lot of processed convenience foods. They're not as good for us, guys. Yeah? If you want to change your health, number one thing to do is your nutrition. Doctors should study nutrition as part of their training. They don't. It's a very, very small part. Back in, how many? It was something like 300 BC, 300 years before Christ. Hippocrates said, "Let thy food be thy medicine, let thy medicine be thy food." Yeah, if you eat good food, you'll have good health. Yeah, that's the input. The output is the good health. You can't expect good health if you're putting in rubbish. You can't, guys. Right, now, let's try this one out. Well, that's all. You see that? Woo! Right, take them for a test drive. Back's next. Pretty good?
Yeah, at the moment I knocked my toe, my little toe.
Right.
So I'm in pain.
Right, okay.
With that.
So just sit there with your
So
back,
that I'm not
back
making
to me,
problem.
your back to me, and your legs around there. All right, we're going to work on the back. Okay. Now, Pat's just said that she's got this problem with a little toe she's knocked hit. How many of us have had the experience where you stub your toe, and then you stub it again?
Yeah.
All right? So what I know is this, that first stubbing locks energy in. There's impact in there, which actually makes it heavier. I know this from working on a lot of sports people, like rugby players, professional rugby players. Their thighs are like concrete, yeah, because they've had a lot of, scrums and knocks, yeah. And what will happen is, if we release it from there, not only will it feel better, but she'll stop knocking it on other things as well. We're going to do the neck and the spine though first, okay? Now, when Pat feels so amazing, what she's going to say to me is, will it last? All right, now, tonight what's happening, I'm working with a super advanced being. The energy comes from God, but I work with these amazing beings, and they bring through loads of energy for Pat, so that Pat's wisdom can heal itself. Pat's body can heal itself. Now, because Pat's older than I am, she won't have within her system a lot of ATP. ATP is adenosine triphosphate. When you eat that roast dinner, your body's got to convert the roast dinner into ATP. ATP is the energy you need to breathe, to think, to swallow, to walk, to talk. Every function in your body requires ATP, yeah? And as we get older, the level of ATP in our bodies diminishes from the age of 20 to 80. At 80, we only have 25% the level of ATP that we do when we're 20. Okay, so for Pat to retain this healing, she needs to get more energy into her system, more ATP specifically. And so she's going to need the purple powder. And we'll talk with you afterwards about what quantity and when you need to take it. Now, my first UK tour, within about a week of being here, some people decided that purple powder is ground up purple painkillers. No, it's not. It's rice. You can analyse it. All that's in there is rice, but it is a true superfood. Every spoonful is like a pound of purple rice. Then they decided I was hypnotising people. No, you're not hypnotised. No swinging pendulums here. And then finally they decided that I just paid a lot of actors. No, I don't. You're not an actor, are you, Pat? No. No. Now, while I'm working on the back, there is a surgeon just working. He's working on your big toe first. I know you've stubbed your little toe, but your big toe's a problem as well, eh? Yeah, have you had pain with your big toe as well on your left foot? No? Okay, he's working on, I hope he's not got the wrong one.
You're kind of broken, aren't you?
You have
a
it
few
all.
times you're broken.
Yeah.
Clapping's a dispersal of energy moving it out of your auric space. So around this body you've got an aura. It extends about 30 feet. Right, Pat, have another go walking around.
It's the toe that's stopping from.
Yeah. How's your back feeling now?
A little bit better.
A little bit better? Right, okay, let's sit you
I
down.
can't get up.
Okay, I'm going to work on the little toe then. All right. Because there I was working on the back and Pat just wants the little toe fixing.
No, it's fine. I'm only going to do it.
I'm a tease. I'm a tease. Don't you worry. God bless. So I'm working a good distance from the toe, but what I'm seeing is like a toe just in front of me. They've sort of like opened it up, removed something out of it. Right, notice how the toe feels just as you sat down? Bit better?
Yeah.
Yeah, walk on it. See how we're doing now? She's getting up a bit easier, isn't she?
Yeah.
The pain's still there, but it's
Yeah.
easing.
It's easy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, when it's
Sit down again. Yeah, cool. The reason they get you to move around is they want to see the whole system. They want to see what happens. They don't fix one bit in isolation. They're now moving energy in through the foot. God bless. God bless. Just here is where the energy's getting stuck. And this is actually, the problem is at the base of the toe. But they're working here so that you can see what I'm doing. God bless. And so one of the surgeons is moving energy with this hand. Another surgeon is using sound through me to direct to the point in the toe. They've nearly got it, but not quite. Walk around again if you will, Pat, for me.
It's a lot better.
A lot better than it was. What
Yeah.
percentage would you say that is?
50% better.
50% better, yeah. And then sit down again. Cool. And then we're going to come back onto the back as well. All right, God bless. So what causes pain? Usually it's energy. Either there's not enough energy in those cells, too much, the energy can't get out, it's got trapped in some way. Pain is the teacher of last resort. So what happens, guys, is you wake up in the morning and you'll have a little bit of a niggle, but you'll sort of ignore it. And the next day you'll have another little bit of a niggle, but you sort of ignore it. And then one day you wake up and you've got a bad back and you think, where the hell did that come from? Came from those little niggles that you ignored, okay? So your body's on your side. You need to notice whenever something's not right in your body. And all you do is you take your awareness into that place where there is the pain and just say, well, what's this about? And it will teach you, it will tell you what it's about. A little toe is worrying about details. A little toe on the left side of the body is in the past. So there's some detail, and it will be a little detail, but it will be important to you that you're not happy about. Yeah? And that's why that is giving you pain at the moment, okay? This is a dispersal of energy. Right, just as you're sitting, just try moving the toe, see how it feels. Getting easier, eh? Yeah? Right, and we'll get you walking around again. That's looking better, isn't it?
Yeah.
My goodness me! How's it feeling? A lot better. Awesome. Right, how's your back feeling?
Back still.
So it's not right. Okay, so now if you can sit there facing that way, now I'll do the back. Cool. All right, now if you've come tonight with a sore back, all right, as I work on Pat, you just intend that you also receive healing for your back. You don't want her back, yeah, just ask that you get healing. So what you want to do, if you've got issues with your back, make sure your shoulders are in alignment with your hips and your ears are in alignment with your shoulders. So you've got a free flow of energy up and down the spine. So that's what we're doing. They're looking at the energy from the crown on the top of the head, coming up from heaven, down through the crown, right the way down, base, down to ground. Now that sound is nowhere near as pure as it can be. So the sound is hitting things within Pat's back, and it's sort of skewing that way as well, skewing from top left to bottom right. So I know the sound's got to go all the way. It's got to go right the way through. There'll be a purer sound, a deeper sound, and it'll be more vertical. That one was slightly skewed. Surgeon says he has to get the neck right before he can get the back right. So he's worked on the neck. Now he's coming down the back, so he's about here now on Pat's body. There's some oil damage there that he's fixing. Right, Pat, now try walking around. you, eh? It's not bad, is it? Awesome, cool. You're welcome.